Hi, welcome to What the Hey. Thank you for joining me to check out a video that someone suggested I react to, and that person was Marian Zasik Media 8103. So hello to you once again. Thank you for the request. And the actual content they suggested is titled The Worst Things About the United States of America, which was uploaded on June 6th of 2021. The video duration is 10 minutes and 32 seconds, and the video description includes a brief synopsis of the video as well as a few links to support the channel on other platforms. And this actual video was uploaded by PPPeter, so if you would like to check out their channel and more of their content, I will have them tagged in the description and the video linked, so those will be there for you. Also in the description, there will be a brief warning just in case there's any content in this video that someone may need to be warned about, so if you feel like that's something you need to check, that will be there. And finally, in the comment section, I will pin a comment that has like the different segments and timestamps of this video listed, so if there's really only a specific part you want to watch, that will be there for you. But I believe that is all the initial stuff to talk about, so let's actually watch the video itself. I'm curious to see how many things I agree or disagree with.
This is gonna be a tough one, because I feel you cannot stereotype, you can't joke about any nation.
No, you can.
But this one.
Oh.
Spaniards, loud, lazy, but still need their siesta. They're probably too tired from all the partying.
Sleeping is nice. I like the wigs.
That's a bit racist, but still pretty funny.
Russians, where do I even start?
All that
Aggressive,
vodka.
always drunk. Communists.
Communism.
Is the KGB monitoring this?
Maybe. We don't know. But are they monetizing it? That's the real question.
Iraqi people. Better not joke about them. I don't want to be blown up.
Oh. Is that like kombucha in the back? No, it's not. We are stupid. We will readily admit that, honestly. I will anyways. The world is quaking. You called Americans stupid.
Sorry about that.
Now that we literally got blown away. Yeah.
So I visited the glorious United States of America
Freedom
again.
land.
It's been a while since my last visit, but I've been keeping up with what's happening there.
There's
Apparently
a lot.
a lot of things have changed.
Yes.
So I really expected to meet basically just two types of people there.
There are 52 genders. I'm offended by the way you're looking at me, and I identify as a pineapple.
Love guns. Hate them minorities.
But that's not true at all.
Where did he get the
Americans
hat?
are so easygoing and energetic.
Is this a
and
joke?
I noticed this right at the beginning while having a connecting flight to the US, still in Europe.
There are 8 emergency exits, each marked with a red exit sign.
I feel bad for
In the
like
case of emergency,
plane people that have to
marked
do that
markings
all
along the
day,
headed
every
aisle
day.
will illuminate in the darkness. Darkness. That's what's inside
Bro's
the members
doing-
of our cabin crew. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the flap into the
To operate your seatbelt, insert a metal tab into the buckle and pull tight. It works just like every other seatbelt, and if you don't know how to operate one, you probably shouldn't be out in public unsupervised.
Probably. Or you're a child. Same goes for both.
Once we reach cruising altitude, the cabin lights will be turned off. This is for your comfort and to enhance the appearance of your flight attendants.
Ha! Funny.
Thank you, thank you.
I've never
You
heard
were
someone
a
do that
lovely
on the
audience.
plane.
Thank you so much. I'm out.
He's that jumps off the plane. Was he steer? Oh, that's
so
good.
yeah, Americans are really talkative and entertaining,
Or
and they
extroverted
always
for the
ask
most
you
part.
how you are, how you're doing, which is just a rhetorical question, and you really shouldn't answer that.
Yeah.
But since I'm not used to these types of questions in my country...
Were you genuine?
How are you?
Great. I just had breakfast. I'm feeling pumped. You know, I'm actually
Traumatized by an
lost
actual
in life. I
response.
don't know if I should stay here or travel to another place. You know, I'm kind of stuck here with work. Yeah, sometimes you
immediate
just
gun.
don't get these phrases and expressions.
Hey, what's up?
The sky. Is that what he's gonna say? The sky.
Sky?
Yes. Taxes.
After spending a
Everything?
couple of weeks in America,
Rent?
I can finally distinguish Americans from other people thanks to one of their unique physical attributes. And no, it's not the alarming amount of excess fat around their bodies, it's their teeth. Everyone has shiny teeth in America.
Not
Hey, man,
really.
where are you from?
Oh, I'm from America. Denver, Colorado, to be exact. Beautiful, beautiful
It's all
city.
fake though.
Why do you
Teeth
ask?
are not
This
naturally that
conversation's
white.
over. You get used to the blinding smile after some time, but what you can never get used to as a European is the system of measurements. Out of all the countries in the world, only 3 of them use the imperial system.
I don't know why we do.
Myanmar, Liberia, and the United States of America.
We don't
Why
even
do
know
they
why we do it.
always need to be different.
Hi,
We're
could
special.
I have the steak with mashed potatoes and roasted asparagus, please? Sure, how many pounds of steak?
A lot. All of it.
Well, what would you recommend?
All of it.
Well, basically you can choose half a pound or a pound, sir.
That's not very helpful,
What's
honestly.
exactly the difference? Sir, the 1 pound steak is about 1 foot long and a couple of inches thick, while the half pound is basically half its size.
Yeah. Need
You
a
know what?
visual
I'm not
representation.
hungry anymore. Could you just bring me the ginger lemonade, please?
Sure. Would you like 8 or 16 ounces?
Honestly,
Are there any other restaurants around? Not only the system of measurements is confusing as hell in America, it's also their bathrooms. Once I needed to take a leak in a restaurant,
And
but
it
the
was
bathroom
free.
was busy, so I used an unusual looking one right next to it,
porta potty?
which led to a very strange reaction.
Porta potty? Oh, that's right. Yeah. They have those, yes. It's a bathroom, bro. But
Excuse me.
honestly.
Yeah? You are so brave.
Oh no.
Well,
Is this an
thanks,
Olive
I
Garden, by the
guess.
way? I can't tell. It looks like an Olive Garden, but it almost looks too fancy.
Okay. Enough of weird things related to America. No. One
Yeah,
of the
this
most
could go on
popular
forever.
and used websites for finding basically anything in the United States, from jobs, housing,
Indeed,
items, services,
Google,
human meat,
Facebook
is
Marketplace.
Craigslist, which would be fine if it didn't look like one of the websites you end up on when you mistype the actual name of the site in your
It's
browser.
old. It's very old.
How did this happen?
I don't think people use it very much anymore, honestly. I haven't
do you have
heard
for us today?
Craigslist in forever.
Well, my website automatically matches the demand for, let's say, a room for rent or a certain service with its supply, while the algorithm pushes users with higher ratings up front, so you don't end up being scammed or buying
Very
a low
smart.
quality item.
Yes.
The temporary name is Ryan's List.
Ryan, I really
Ryan's
like the idea.
List.
Good job.
Thank you.
Jerry, how does your website work?
Jerry's List? Is that what it's gonna be?
Well, it's basically the same, but I added a blacklist option, user reviews, an interactive map, and a face scan if you're using it on your phone. The
That's
design
smart.
is actually inspired by Tesla. I finally
Tesla?
used what I learned as an intern.
Jerry's List. I think we found what we're looking for.
Is the room just everyone with their name as their website?
Craig,
Shout out
what are you
Craig.
working on?
Very true. Is it supposed to be like caveman noises? That's the vibe I'm getting. They're pumped, literally.
Alright, let's move on to the positives of the United States.
2
and
seconds.
that is Whole Foods. The
I've been
most
to a Whole Foods like
beautiful and
once.
healthiest supermarket chain in the world.
It's expensive. It's very expensive.
We hope you enjoy your shopping experience with us.
Sir, could you please stop smiling?
Oh, sorry about that.
Consistent jokes. I like, oh. Where did they get the MAGA hat?
In heaven. We don't have this kind of supermarkets back home. It's fantastic. Everything is so tidy, neat, fresh, shiny, abundant.
It's all
Fucking
fake.
expensive.
That's what I was gonna say. You get one single thing of asparagus, it's $50.
$386.29.
We literally can't afford to eat anymore.
Of course, I get it. April Fools, haha. You Americans. Come on, tell me the real price.
That's the real price, bro.
Don't get me wrong,
The
I
gun.
really enjoyed my stay in America, and there wasn't anything that would drive me nuts. Except the always present restrictions that seem a bit absurd compared to the things that are not prohibited.
On what? I'm excited to see this. Where is this? And what am I looking at? Aha! Is that a straw? What is that? Alcohol out in public? Is that what it is?
Wine.
Oh shit, we can't drink in public.
Put it away.
Horrible, horrible, horrible. You can't do it.
Chug.
The bag. Not that the bag is obvious.
Take our wine.
Come on, drink it quicker, come on! Oh, what's taking you so long?
That's how it is. It'd be that way. You can get recruited into the army before you can get a goldfish at PetSmart, honestly.
America
It makes sense.
is a land of incredible things, and also less incredible things, but I would like to take this time and thank the United States for one
what?
particular thing that completely changed my life. And
Southern
turned it upside
food.
down.
Southern food.
Whole Foods.
Do you like Whole Foods that much, man? Okay. I didn't think people liked Whole Foods that much. He really liked Whole Foods. Bro is really impressed. It's all very bright and colorful. I agree. Kombucha? Yes. We take our supermarkets
Thanks
seriously.
to all my patrons for providing funds for these videos that get demonetized on a regular basis for obvious reasons. I can produce them only
Letter
thanks to
order?
you.
Ayo.
Love y'all.
That's impressive. Love. Did he say y'all? He said y'all. He's American now. He said y'all. It's official. So first and foremost, I have to say, USA, 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 Whole Foods. I think I've gone into a Whole Foods like once. The closest thing that I've been into repeatedly is a Publix, which is kind of the same thing. They're all very big, there's a lot, and you can get overstimulated really fast. Honestly, with this video, I was surprised that most of the jokes that he made weren't honestly that offensive. It was just like, these are general things. They aren't the worst things about the US, aside from everyone having guns, which was a repeated joke, but it's also true, especially in the South. The one that I'm a little confused by is actually the supermarket one, like going to Whole Foods, because I went to Europe back in like 2018, and their food places, like you go to Lidl, that stuff's very clean, it's very organized, but I guess that depends on like what actual country you're in. But you know, it is what it is. So aside from the typical gun joke that he mentioned, I feel like the one that actually made a lot of sense and is pretty funny when I hear other people mention it is how he said like Americans ask how you're doing, like, and you don't exactly know what to say if you're not used to that. Because as someone from the US of A, usually when you go to a store or you're just passing people, you ask, how are you doing? And the typical response is, I'm good, things are going well, I'm cool. And for the American brain, when you do that, that's usually what you expect. But I'm guessing for people who aren't used to that, they do genuinely answer the question, which now makes me consider whether or not I should do the same thing just to throw people off. Because in general, I feel like most Americans are generally like extroverted, like we'll talk to you if we need to or we have to, like we'll just talk in general, we don't mind talking. But it was nice that he added in his updated general opinion on Americans, where it's like, it's not just two different categories of Americans. If you live in the US, you know that pretty much each state is its own country. The US, if you like put it on top of Europe, would swallow Europe in terms of how big it is. So like you go from the West Coast to the East Coast, completely different people. Which I feel like is the case with Europe too, because when I visited, you'd go to a different country and they're all kind of different in their own way, which is a cool thing and a good thing. But then usually on the news or whatever, or in movies, you see stereotypical representations of countries, and I feel like for the US, what he said in the beginning is kind of how we're seen as, but that's okay. And I found it interesting how pretty much in the beginning he made a joke about how like you can't joke about the US, but then you ask many Americans and they'll say we joke about the US, our own country, on a daily basis. I mean, I guess that depends on what generation you're talking to, but in general, we like to make fun of ourselves because we're funny, but also when we go to the Olympics, we will proudly scream USA just because. So in general, I feel like most of the points and jokes that were made were like very valid, and they weren't really demeaning in any way. It was just like, here are my general observations, which is another point that I like about this video. It's coming from a European, like someone who's not from the US, so it's like stuff we Americans or whoever would not usually consider because we live in it. So I really like that because I always enjoy hearing perspectives of people from different countries. Like, I used to do pen pals back in the day, and I'd always get questions about like, what do you think about this? Do you say y'all all the time? Yes, we do. And I think it's funny because I watched the first video that Peter did on this. It was like the worst things about the USA. And I think it's funny because the title for this video was like the worst things about the United States of America. So he got more specific. I like that. So overall, I feel like this video was done in good taste. All of the jokes, no matter how stereotypical or realistic they were very good. And then I also like the different like costumes that were worn and the props of all the guns and stuff. Very fun. And once again, if you'd like to check out the original video or the channel that made this video, I will have the video and the channel linked and tagged in the description. So that is there for you to check out if you so choose. But that is it. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.